we are back with another video. I'm actually trying to get on a schedule, so hopefully this works out. Fingers crossed. I feel like I have a good amount of mommies that watch my channel, or at least I like to think. Obviously, I've had 2 babies, and at the moment I do not want more. My hands are full with both of them. I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, so right now I don't want any more kids until my youngest is at least 2 or 3. So for this video, I am going to be saying a couple things based on my experiences from after giving birth that they don't tell you. After you give birth, it's a whole different situation. You might have an idea of what it is, or you might be clueless like I was. My mom did tell me here and there a couple things of what to expect, but it's not the same once you're actually going through them. So this video is not intended for me to scare you if you don't have kids or if you're about to have one. Like I mentioned, this is my personal experience. It can be different for you. It might go smoother, it might be easier, and they might do different things now. I gave birth a year ago and 4 years ago, so this is just based on things that I remember. Do what you want with this video. Just trying to throw a little bit of what happened or what to expect. So to start off with, right after you give birth, right after you push your baby out, you are going to have to push again, and technically you're giving birth to the placenta. I should probably mention that both of my deliveries were natural, so I got to feel everything. So I'm not gonna sit here and lie and tell you that it does not hurt to give birth to your placenta, because it does. The doctor is technically trying to reach for your placenta, and you have to help him out by pushing. You feel it. It literally feels, for me, it felt like a second baby. I hated both of the times. I hated pushing out my placenta. It was so uncomfortable, and obviously they have to make sure that it comes out whole. That's probably the first thing to expect right after giving birth. The second thing is that you might tear. Obviously, it all depends. Everyone is different. This can vary between women. With Romeo, I tore just a little bit, versus with Leo, which was way bigger, I didn't tear at all. How does that make sense? I don't know, but they will stitch you. I believe they numbed me, but I could still feel the little pinches. And at the moment, it's not as bad as it sounds until you go to the bathroom. After you give birth to your placenta, they will make you stand up and go pee. And honestly, getting out of bed right after you give birth is so... it's not even that it's painful, but you're so exhausted, and you have to go pee. And don't be alarmed, but when you go to the bathroom, it's literally only going to be blood. Another thing to expect after giving birth is that a nurse will come into your room every 2 hours, check your vitals, and push down on your stomach. They will squeeze your stomach. It's so uncomfortable. After giving birth, they encourage you to breastfeed. I also breastfed both of my kids. I want to say I was mostly pumping, even though they were latching on. It was 50-50, but they will encourage you to breastfeed your baby if you want or if you can. And it does hurt, especially if you're a first-time mom. It's going to hurt. I'm not gonna lie, breastfeeding is one hell of a job, and if you do it, or even if you try, props to you, because it's a lot. The baby might not latch on, and you can always ask for a nipple shield. They don't recommend them, at least this is what they told me. If the baby is already latching, you're not gonna need it. It's painful. They can provide you with they call it numbing cream, and it's safe for the baby to also like eat once you put it on. But breastfeeding is painful, and also don't expect to pump like 2 to 3 ounces the first 2 to 3 days. It's not gonna happen. It's going to take at least 3 to 4 days for your milk to fully come. Even then, you're not going to be seeing like 10 ounces. It's technically a supply and demand chain. I can make a whole video about breastfeeding if you guys are interested, but that is one of the things to expect after giving birth. Another thing after giving birth is going number 2. They will ask you if you've gone, you know, and it does hurt. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit. Like, I'm just gonna tell you straight up, it hurts to poop. They obviously give you stool softeners, and they also suggest that you buy some after you leave the hospital, just for your own pain safety. Another thing to expect after having a baby, which is the most important thing, is that your body is not going to snap back in the matter of 1 day. You just gave birth to a whole human, so you have to remember that you're going to look probably still pregnant for at least 2 to 3 weeks. What you can do though, I didn't know about this, but for my second child, my nurse was so kind, and she brought me what they call a binder. And she mentioned that they usually only give it to moms who have C-sections, but she was like, I know you want your body back, which she was right, but she was like, this will help your body snap back. And it's like a waist trainer, but it's really comfortable. So I would recommend you asking your hospital or your nurse to provide you with one. Another thing to expect after you give birth is you can low-key take everything in the room. And by everything, I mean the diapers, the formula, the little pacifiers. Obviously, they're gonna let you know before you leave what you can take, but they're not gonna tell you that. They don't announce that you can take the things, but it's okay for you to take them. For Romeo, actually, they even gave us extra bags and like bottle nipples and all of that. So don't be shy to take it. I'm only speaking based on my experience. I'm not sure if it's different when you get the epidural. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure there's different timestamps on when and what to do certain things. I'm scared of the epidural, and that's just me. But remember, if you can't handle the pain, do not put yourself through it. Just get the damn epidural. Like, I'll encourage anyone and everyone to try it natural, but if you can't, don't do it. Just get the epidural. It's there for a reason. You're having a human, for God's sake. Another thing to expect after giving birth, and probably the most important one, is that you will bleed for 3 to 6 weeks, I want to say. And it's not a light period, it's a heavy period. They will actually provide with really big pads that almost look like diapers. The bleeding part, it obviously varies between anyone and everyone. I know I have a couple of friends that only lasted 3 weeks. I know a couple of friends that even lasted up to 8 weeks. So like I said, it all depends, but you are for sure going to bleed. The time span obviously varies. Another thing to expect is that it is going to hurt down there for a while. They do give you some pads, some cooling pads that you can put on your pad while you're wearing your pad. It honestly feels good. They also give you an ice pad. That's how bad it hurts. Like, you can wear an ice pad down there for the pain. Another thing to expect is that the nurses will tell you to get some rest, but they will continue to walk in your room every 2 hours. Something else to expect after you give birth. Your hormones are going to be through the roof. So what happens is that a lot of girls try to do the do with their man even though they're not fully healed down there. That can only cause an infection, but you can get pregnant again, and congratulations. So if you can wait. Another thing to know before you go into the delivery room to give birth is that once you step into that room, you can't eat. You're not able to eat anything. You're not able to drink anything. The only thing they'll give you is ice chips, and that's what you're going to eat for lunch, dinner, breakfast, snacks, until you give birth. That's the same reason why once I knew that I was 4 centimeters open and they told me, you want to go to the hospital or you want to go chill at home, I said I'm gonna go eat some B-dubs because I know you guys are not gonna let me eat for shit and I'm starving. So I went to go get B-dubs and then I gave birth like 6 hours later. I can make a whole other video of what to expect while you're giving birth because that's obviously a different story. Like I said, once again, this is obviously based on my experiences as giving birth natural. I know it's different. Obviously, when you get the epidural, you feel more relaxed, or you might still feel contractions, but giving birth natural, I feel like it is a different experience compared to giving birth with an epidural or even a C-section. Oh my god, you mamas that gave birth through C-section, you guys are warriors because that's so scary. Giving birth in general is so scary. Let me know if you guys want a video of what to expect while giving birth. I can totally do that for you. They're easier topics for me to speak on since I have experienced them. Like I mentioned in the beginning, this video is not intended for me to freak you out. Obviously, I hope you take notes on this. Do whatever you want with this video that can help you, but that's where I'm going to leave up today's video. If you guys are enjoying videos like these, or if you'd like me to make more videos like this, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and last but not least, don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one, and with that being said, peace.